Hey everybody! Well, today we're going to take a look at a fun little model of Wheems that I found. Now, for those of you unfamiliar, this is Wheems. He's a cute little robot, and he comes from a movie called Batteries Not Included, which I think came out in the mid-'80s or late '80s, and it was about this older couple that runs this diner, and they live in this apartment building that's above the diner, and all these people are getting pushed out by these big developers who want to turn everything into like these big developments, and so they end up having all these bad guys doing these mean things to everybody. And all of a sudden, these little robots come from outer space. We got little Weems here. This is Flotsam, his brother. And then this is Jetsam, his sister. I'm pretty sure she's a she because she's got high heels. And I did videos on building all three of these models. And I put a lot of work into Weems here. And then I also built Kilowatt. That's the father. You can see the cool paint job. I put a lot of work into him. I did a video on that as well. And then I also did Carmen. This is the mother. She also had a crazy paint job. And so I painted all of these and built all of them. Well, anyway, I wanted another Weems, and I just really did not want to go through all the trouble I went through to build this guy because he was a lot of work. His eyes light up and everything else. But I found a seller on Etsy that makes Weems, and I thought, well, you know what? And they looked really good. It looks like he did a really good job. So I thought I'm just going to go ahead and buy one of his. Okay, so I found this seller on Etsy, as I mentioned. The name is Oddity Shop. That's the name of the seller. So let's take a look at this. Now, I don't know if he built this from the same kit that I built the Weems that I just showed you. It's possible, because now there's some really good kits of Weems, and there used to not be. I mean, for the longest time, I've been trying to get a good Weems kit, and then when I finally found that one that I built, it turned out it was really good. It was like a 3D printed thing. And I think a lot of these Weems are scanned from the surviving Weems prop that went up for auction a while back. All right, so let's take a look at this. All right. Nicely packed here, very nicely. Ooh, oh my gosh, look at, I can already see that this is a beautiful, wow. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that he did a better job painting his Weems than I did. I'm not the world's best painter, and I think this Weems lights up too. Gosh, I'm scared to grab them. They're fragile little guys. Oh, okay, so looks like he's gonna be, oh, here's the circuit board. All right. There's a battery. That's for his eyes. Wow. Oh, this looks so good. This looks so good. And then here's his lower part. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe I'm pretty sure this is the same kit. Wow. Oh, look at the nice. Okay, I'll get a nice close up of everything on here. Wow, he did a really good job on this. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I'll put them together. I like that he just, he's in two parts, and I think that's everything. I don't think there's a stand or anything in this. Okay, well, let me go ahead and get everything all set up. Okay, so here he is, and oh my goodness. So this is a beautiful, beautiful Weems. So Ron Hubbard is the name of the gentleman who runs the Oddity Shop. And as you can see here, the paint job is just phenomenal. He did so good on this. That light bluish kind of tint, I tried finding a paint like that, and I just could not find it. So I'm guessing he probably mixed that himself. It's more evident up here near the front of him, right in here, like in that top section. And there's a slight bit of weathering that he put on here, which also looks good. He made his eyes less sad than mine. I like that he has like a different expression for this one. Oh my gosh. I mean, it just looks so good. He's got the right lettering on here, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Now, one thing that Ron and I were discussing about this, Weems has got these little antennas that stick out of the side here. They're kind of like his little arms, I guess. And then on the back, he's got like a little tail. Now, on the original model, or so they were like little puppets, is how they made that movie. And they were like this piece of wire that came out, and there was like a little, I don't know, like a little thing like this at the tip. It was like a little ball or something. Now, I think, but I'm not sure, that might have been a light at the end, but it had to have been a super tiny light. And back then we didn't have LEDs. So, or at least I don't think we did, at least not that small. So I don't know if those lit up or not. And then also back here on either side of his big antenna right here, he had these little resistors that also had like a little ball at the end of it. Now on my Wheems, I used some of this wire that's right here, and I'm going to go and do the same thing. Now, when I was talking to Ron about these antennas and things sticking out, he decided not to add those on because when he was going to ship him, more than likely those would have gotten damaged. And I agree, they would have gotten damaged. So I'm going to go ahead and add my own. So I still have some of this wire left over from when I built my Wheems. And then let's see, what did I use? I used these things here. These are the little beads that I used. I got these from Hobby Lobby. Here's what they look like. It says glass beads. I don't think they're glass, but these are silver. So I just glued one of the beads to the end of this wire, and then I glued the wire into here. Now, as you can see, there are holes in here, and it'll fit just right in there. You're going to have to kind of push it in there a little bit, and then he's got a hole on the tail part right here, and it'll fit in there. Same with over here. Now, as for the little resistors that were on the top, one of them went right where this little hole-like thing is right here, and there was another one that came out about equal distance from this side as well. And let's see, these are the resistors that I used. Now, I don't know what resistors these are. You can probably, if you're an electronics expert, you'll know by the striping on here. But these are the ones I used, and they look like the same ones size-wise that they used on the original Wheems. So I'm going to go ahead, and I hate to drill a hole in here, but I'm going to do it. I'll use a pin vise so that I can make sure I don't mess up the paint job, and I'll just do it really slow. And then I will put in two of these little things, and it has like a little, well, in the movie, they're kind of bent up on poor little Wheems. I mean, you know, these little robots, they were put together with just found stuff. The mother and father put them together using found stuff. Hence the labeling on them. You know, it looks like he was made out of like different products and stuff. It's kind of funny. I'll see there's a UL listing right there. And so, but I don't want his antennas all bent up like that. I don't know. It just, I know that's would be more accurate to the way he looked in the show, but I want him to look a little more polished. And so I'll make the antennas look the same as what I did in the other models. So let me go ahead and do all that. And then I'll show you some of the decal work that he did on here. And then also his eyes light up. You'll see that they light up green. All right. Well, here he is now that I've added on the little antennas. So as I mentioned, I just used the same method as I did on mine. I do love the antennas. I do think they add more to him, and I totally understand why Ron did not want to put those on, because these would have broken off during shipping for sure, especially these ones up here, because those are made out of real resistors. You can see right there. And then these ones here, I just used the same wire, and then those are the beads that I showed you. Now, as I was pointing out on the original Wheems, now there's a YouTube channel here called Tested. It has Adam Savage from the Mythbusters TV show, and he does all kinds of cool stuff on his channel. But he has looked at an actual Wheems that went up for auction about, gosh, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. And you can get a good look at the way he looks. Now, I think the reason that a lot of these kits do not come with the resistor antennas is because somebody probably initially scanned that Wheems, and that Wheems is missing the antennas back here. It's got the big one in the middle, but it doesn't have the resistor ones. And the one in the front there, that one, all that's left is the actual little resistor, and then the wires are missing, and I think the back one's missing altogether. I've seen some kits where it does have the resistor on the front, but no wire. So you could definitely tell that one was molded from the original Wheems or scanned somehow. So, you know, it's strictly up to you if you want to add those in there. But I do think he looks a lot better. I like that Ron's Wheems stands up on his own feet. I can't remember when I built the other one if that one did that or not. The reason I used the stand on mine is because it came with another kit of Wheems that I built that was a really bad garage kit. But I wanted to use the stand because of the cute scene at the end of the movie when Weems is putting that little tile on the floor. Oh my gosh, the little music that plays during that scene and George's face. Oh God, it almost brings you to tears. It's just so cute. But here's little Weems. Now I got to say, Ron did an incredible job on the paint job on this. I mean, just look at how beautiful everything is. He's got all the little panels in there. And Weems, let me tell you, this is not an easy model to build. Having built one myself, there's all kinds of crazy colors all over him. There's coppers and these metallic blues and silver and a dark gray. I mean, it's just everything. A little bit of brass in there. I love how he got the 1 foot copper and the other one silver, like the real Weems. You can see all the paneling that's on him. He's got all these labels everywhere. Like if you got the UL listing, and then on this side it says "out of reach of children." So he was made out of just different cans and products and stuff. Is what his parents made him. Kilowatt and Carmen. This says caution right there, and then this one here. Let's see. I can't remember what this. I can't remember what this one said. Oh, contents under pressure. That's right. And he even did the way the lettering goes across there properly. Now, one thing that Ron did that's really cool. It looks like. Let me get the light closer in here. But it looks like, okay, so the barcode on the top of Weems is, I think that's a decal, from near as I can tell. But it's really interesting the way that looks, too. It's got like this kind of a gritty look to it, which is really neat. But these other ones, I think he might have used a stencil or something, which looks really good. So there's no carrier film that you can see. I mean, see that? That looks like a stencil possibly. And it's really crisply done. So that's really awesome the way he did it. Yeah, so I appreciate that too. Now, let me show you the bottom of him. I got to be careful the way I pick him up. So here's what the bottom of him looks like. Once again, very nicely detailed, very nicely painted. Really, really well done. Oh, I absolutely love Weems is my absolute favorite. He is so dang cute. Okay, let me show you the lights. Now, I like the way that Ron did this because all you got to do is take the top of him off right here. You got the circuit board in here, and you got to be kind of careful with it. So here's the circuit board, and it's got a little switch on it right down here at the bottom. Very tiny switch, and you can kind of see how that's all soldered together in there. So let me turn the switch on. And you just kind of put this back in. And hopefully I stayed in focus. Sorry, I can't see the camera from this angle. All right, now let me turn the lights down. So let me turn these down, and there he is. Oh my gosh, look at him. He's so cute. Now his eyes are much brighter than the ones, the lights that I used in mine. I think these ones just, I don't know. I think maybe his eyes are a little more clear as well. So he uses a 2032 battery. I think mine used a 9 volt, but it was like I said, the lighting kit was from another Wheems kit that wasn't very good. But God, this looks so good. I can't believe it. His eyes are a nice rich green. See, I was going to see if you might be able to see it better on my hand. It's like, see how it's just such a rich green. Take my word for it. The camera's really drowning it out, but oh, that looks so good. There's a little Weems. And I like that this one doesn't look as sad as the one I made. I guess I probably should have turned his eyes a little more straighter, but according to the instructions, that's the way it looks. So that's why I put it like that. But look how cute he is. Oh my goodness. If you haven't seen this movie, you have got to check it out. It is a movie that I feel like just didn't get enough credit. It's like I think a lot of people have probably heard about it. Batteries Not Included was the name of the movie, and I just think they probably just never saw it. I know I never saw it in the theater. I don't think I did anyway. And then when I found out about it having robots in it, that's when I had to go see it. And of course, I fell in love with these guys. With little Weems here, he was the little runt, and at the beginning of the movie, you think he's stillborn. You think he didn't make it, that he died, and then George somehow brings him back to life. And he's just so dang cute. Look at him. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I just can't stop marveling over this. So Ron Hubbard is the name of the gentleman who made this. What was the name of his company? Let me check. The Oddity Shop is the name of it. The Oddity Shop. So I'll put a link in this description of this video. You can check it out. I'll put a link in it. It's on Etsy. And oh gosh, I think you'd be very, very happy if you want a Wheems. Now, I got to tell you, these are not cheap. I paid a little under $300 for these, but having built one myself, as I mentioned, I know what it takes to build one of these. This is not an easy model to build. In fact, none of the batteries not included robots are easy to build. But I would say Weems in particular is a little tricky because he's just got all these crazy colors and panels and stuff. And but I think he looks really good. Ron did a good job. So if you buy one from him, and by the way, this is not a sponsored video for his channel or his shop or anything like that. But if you decide to get one, make sure you give him the time to build it. These are built from scratch basically. So I think it takes him maybe a month, maybe I would say. Give him a month to work on these things. And plus, it probably depends on how many orders he's got. But there we go. Another little Weems for the collection. Oh, man. Look at the little guy. He's so cute. Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I very much appreciate it. And I will see you on the next video. And Ron, thank you very much for making my Weems. All right. Have a good one.